Hello, everybody. This is CJ Miller back in my kitchen in Shreveport, Louisiana, across the Red River from beautiful Bossier City, Louisiana. You come check us out. So I'm here with this brisket. And of course, um, the previous video uh, to this, I gave my preparation, which was basically to take the frozen brisket, put it in this glass pan, the seasonings and flavors that I was going to be using, 350 for 90 minutes, check on it, still at 350 for 90 minutes. And then after those 3 hours, I removed the foil, uh, added additional seasonings to create the au jus, the pan sauce, gave it a base, put it back into the oven at 250 for 90 minutes. And here we are, and this is what it's looking like. I'm going to let this rest for a couple of minutes, and then I'm going to slice it, put it on a bun, and dip it. We'll see what's up. Hang on. And so we have here one of the most tender briskets I have ever made. Um, in actually a relatively short amount of time for briskets, um, you know, uh, topped with provolone. It's on a bun, spread with mayo, and then topped with provolone. I'm going to slice it and dip it in the au jus that I've set to the side. But I wanted to show you how wonderfully pull apart. Like, you don't even really need a knife. You can just literally use a fork, twist, pull this thing apart. I say that. This is an end piece. I love end pieces. End pieces of a brisket or a roast or something like that go great if you want to take the end piece and use them in the mornings for your, you top them with your breakfast. You roast, sometimes your end piece gets a little bruleed on the end, a little burnt or whatever. You can take your burnt pieces and use them over your hash browns, corned beef and hash, right? All right. Or grits and gruyards, which is sliced beef over grits versus potatoes versus hash. And yeah, this is great. This has a really good flavor. This is you know, a brisket that is salty, as this does have that saltiness to it but it's the right level of salty flavor. This is exactly where I wanted it to be, which is I put that mayo coating on the top of it, that spicy mayo, and then on top of that, shook down a liberal amount of salt, seasoned salt, seasoning salt, whatever what brand, uh, just um, and so the heat from the pepper is not prevalent, uh, not so much, but there is a saltiness to this that is wonderful. It's delicious. It's not like it's not like that thing where you bite into it and it's like, oh my god, it's horribly salty. It's not like that. It's the level of salt that would maybe you'd put on a good bagel, or a good, not a bagel, pretzel, pretzel, where it's like, oh my god, or salted caramel or something like that, where you want the accent of salt, but it's not. Well, this is very delicious. It's very delicious. That's all I can say. That bit right there would have been enough for just a snack throughout the day. That little slice of a brisket right there. Um, but I put it here. I put it here because it's the end of the bottom of this end piece, and I wanted to demonstrate how wonderful it just pulls apart with a fork. Now I'm going to slice this so it's a dipping size. So let me slice the sandwich. Hold on. So doesn't this look delicious? So you want to take a slice bit. I guess it's a bigger bun would be like a big hoagie bun or something would probably be more appropriate. But you want to dip it. Get that flavor in there. Oh my God. I didn't put um, sliced onion in here, but that would have went great. But you have all the flavors of that aromatic that's in the au jus, Anyway, this is probably the best brisket I had made in a very, very long time. And the provolone and the mayo and stuff, they just really work with the flavors that are on this brisket. And there are so many different things you're going to be able to do with something like this throughout. You could put, like I said, you could brush it with, if you want a more sweet, you can use like a nice jelly. I have a mint jelly in here I could have brushed on top of this, and it would have went, as it finished roasting, it would have went really, really well. But there's so many things you can do with the brisket. Check them out among your recipes. Get back with me and let me know some of the ways that you like to handle up on a brisket, because I'm feeling it. Uh, so many ways. Some of this is going to be able to slice down and go into like some egg noodles with a little bit of au jus. If I, and almost make kind of a pseudo, uh, beef stroganoff, um, sans the cream, But this is a good way of doing it. So, yeah. And what you do is you would maybe throw a little mushroom caps in there or something like that. I don't really care for mushrooms that much. Um, I don't really add mushrooms to my cooking. Um, but if they're in somebody else's cooking, then I wouldn't. It wouldn't be a deal breaker. Let's put it that way. I do have to be a little careful with some food allergies that I have, and I think mushrooms are among those. It's depending upon they don't mushrooms do not always sit well with me. Although there was this one time I ate the chocolate bar that had mushrooms in it, but that was not for a nutritional reason. Anyway, that was years ago. Almost decades ago. Oh, wow. Ugh, time flies. Okay. Love you guys. Really, I want to hear about your brisket ideas. Love and light. Peace. Good night.